make it a better place. It'll take creation.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and today I'm going to make you guys a card, and we're going to use this set. And I have 4 different cards that I'm going to show you at the very end of the video, and that I've done using this stamp set. So this is a super cute stamp set. I love the little fishies and all the little different things you can do with it. So I thought I would show you a few ways to use it. And then I'm also going to use this set, but I'm just using the sentiments out of it. This is a great set to have lots of different sentiments on hand. And then we're going to be using Calypso Coral and then the new Dapper Denim. And I'm also using my layering circles. So this is one framelit set right here, and it has these scalloped pieces and then the regular circles. And over on my website, you can get a free download. You can print it out, and it is all the different measurements for all the different pieces. So that will be over on my coordinating blog post that you can get to by just clicking up in the corner right there or down in the YouTube description. You can go over there and print that out, and then that will just help you guys if you are trying to figure out, like, I know I was trying to figure out what would work with a 2-inch punch or a 2.5-inch punch. It was nice to know the measurements, the diameters of these circles, okay? So you can do that. So let's get started. I'm also going to be using this paper. This is the paper that coordinates kind of with the stamp set. And you can see here, I've already cut a piece right here, but then there's a couple different designs. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. We're going to be using this one, so I'm going to set those two aside. But we have the fish, the little fishies. On the other side of that is the waves. This piece is a piece we're going to be using. On the other side of that is this piece. So the colors are really great. I love them. And then it has that beachy feel. I'm actually using some of this in my Kids' Project Life albums for July. I thought it would go really great for July. So I've already cut a scalloped circle out of this piece, and then I've used my 2.5-inch punch, and I have a circle to go on that. So we're going to stamp on that in just a minute. I'm going to set that aside. So the next thing I need is a piece of this, and I'm going to make several of these cards. So the great thing is that you can just cut down a bunch at one time. My first layer is going to be 4 inches, so I can just go ahead and cut this whole piece of 12 by 12 up in 4 inches. So now I have a bunch of these, and they're 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have some Dapper Denim. So let's zoom out a tiny bit just so you guys can see. So this card's going to be really simple, and it's going to just be kind of one that I tend to do when I'm out of card ideas. So then I want this piece, I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4 because that's the width of the card. And then I just need some slits of this, so like 1.5. Okay, so this is definitely probably a card design you guys have seen me do. So we're gonna have this go here. We're going to have this piece right here with the little, with more of the white design right there. And then we're gonna layer this and we're gonna put it on top. So that's gonna be the basic design. So we can put this together. I want foam tape on this piece, and any of these designs are going to work really well for this layout of a card. You could do any of the other designs and they would look really pretty with this card layout and the stamping that we're going to do, because this card is going to be the card that has the stamping that's the easiest. The other cards I did a little bit more for and stamped a little bit more. Okay, so that piece is on there, and then this piece can go down as well. Exactly in the middle. I think it's probably a little bit up. It is. But I just use my grid mat wherever it fits in on my grid mat is usually where I put it, where I can line it up. So we're going to stamp on this circle, and we're just going to open up our stamp set. This is in clear mount. You can pick one of the fishes. I like this. And then we're going to use Calypso Coral. I played a lot with these fishes, just, you know, doing them in different colors and different you know, finishes. This one it can actually go this way or it can go this way. And I stamped it a little bit up towards the top because we're going to take our sentiment and we're going to use happy birthday, and we'll stamp this in the dapper denim. So it's just 2 colors, which makes it easy. And then we're going to make it fancy after all the stamping is done. So now I'm just putting that right on the bottom there, and it overlapped my fish a little bit, which is okay. And then now this piece can go on here. You can either put it on foam or you can just put it flat down. I'm gonna go ahead and put it flat. Okay, so now a few different things. First, I have some sequins here. And of course, we're gonna use some sequins, and they're just clear iridescent sequins. I will link both of these products, these sequins and this foam tape, over on my website. They both came from Amazon. And then we, of course, need one of these little eyes. Then we're going to grab our Wink Stella, and we're very carefully just going to add a little bit of shimmer to the colored stripes. Now the thing is that with Wink Stella and with these inks, it does reactivate the ink, and it will make your ink spread if you're not careful. So you want to be really careful when you're doing this so you don't get onto the white part of your cardstock and spread that ink. So we'll put the little eye on, and then we'll put the sequence on, and then we're going to do one more thing. I'm just using a little bit of the liquid glue to put the eye on. We'll leave that there, it'll dry. And then for the sequence, we're going to use glue dots. That's how I like to do my sequence. We just open our glue dots up and we stick these sequins right over the glue dot, and then it makes it easy to place your sequins. You can move them around, you can move them around before you stick them down. And then that also gives our sequins a little tiny bit of dimension, which is really nice to have. So then the next thing we're going to do is we take a few sequins, or after our sequence, we take a few rhinestones, and we just add those in the same pattern. So I'm just sprinkling them down the card. You guys see me do this a lot. It is one of my favorite layouts for a card. I feel like it's super simple and it's always pretty. So now we have that sequence kind of sprinkled down the edge of the card. And then the very last thing we're going to do is add some glossy accents or crystal effects, whatever you have. Pretty much does the same thing. We're going to add this just to the surface of the fish, and then you'll have to let this dry. So I won't be able to add this to a card base, but I'll show you the other ones that I did. And right over that blue. So then there is my fish. It has the glossy accents, crystal effects, whatever you use. It has that right over it. So it's going to make it puff up a little bit. Then it has the sequence. So let me show you the other ones that I did while that dries. I just used this designer paper and stamp. So here's the first one I created. This doesn't have the glossy accents and it doesn't have the little eye. So I thought that was a nice touch after I was done with it. It's on a card base. And then I created an envelope liner with the same designer paper. Then we have this one where I created a little scene. I stamped all the seaweed on the bottom and some of the little starfishes because you get all of those images. You get great images in this stamp set. So there's the seaweed. You get 2 different sizes of the little starfish, 2 different sizes of the little seashell. and then you get these little bubbles. So this is some designer paper from that pack. Then with white StazOn, I stamped all the little bubbles. Then I did the scene on the bottom, which I'm not great at these kinds of cards, these building the scenes. I don't know. I guess I can't really picture it in my head. So this is my least favorite. But then I just did the fish, and I did the same thing with the Wink of Stella and then the glossy accents you can see on there and the little eyes. And then I did an envelope liner for that one. There is this one that I did the same concept. I used that designer paper, and then I stamped the white bubbles on there, and then I just used some circle punches and did these circles, and then the two fish. The glossy accent is on there. And then for the fish, I added the black by using a pen and then just coloring in the black. And then on some of these circles, you can see that I used the Wink of Stella to add the glitter. And then I stamped Adventure Awaits, and that's heat embossed. Then I did a envelope liner for that. And then this was the last one. There's my envelope liner. And then the background is just in Calypso Coral. I used the circle framelits again. And then this image from the set. And then this says "So Happy for You." It's stamped right over. And it has those fish. So this has quite a few different layers. So you can see all of these photos of these cards over on my website. And then you can also get that free download for the these framelits right here. If you want to know the dimensions of each of these circles, I have a free printable for you guys. You can go over and print that out and have that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. You can find all of these supplies over on my blog post listed, and then if you want to pick any of these items up, I would love for you to pick them up in my online store. So thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you guys coming by, watching my videos, and purchasing from my Stampin' Up! Store. I will be back on Friday with another card making video for you guys. I am just in a card making mood, so we're going to have all card making videos this week. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you on Friday. Speaking of cards, here are a couple other card making videos for you guys. The first one is my June paper pumpkin kit. This is an extra idea for the kit. It is a shaker card that I created, and then there is a simple birthday card which I cased from the annual catalog. I hope you will enjoy those two videos, and I will be back on Friday with a fun story and a cute card. So make sure you come back and visit me on Friday. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you later.